Welcome to scenario number 2 of Learn Automation Testing Step by Step. Timeouts and wait elements. Now let us take the same page, what we had created previously in lab 1, the login page. Now let us say we put our username, we put our password, right? And we hit login. But once we hit login, it takes 10 to 20 seconds, to validate at the background. So after 10 to 20 seconds, we get a message here that it is a proper user or it is an improper user. So you can see that I've hit the login button. You can see over here this thing moving here, indicating that it is doing some processing at the background. And then after 20 seconds, he pops up a message saying it is a proper user. Now in this kind of a scenario, we have a problem. The problem is following. So very quickly, the problem is the following. Now, if you closely watch how Telerik Test Studio actually executes the steps, it is the following, right? First, he enters the username in the username text box. Then he enters the password in the password text box. After that, he clicks on the submit button. So that also happens. But after that, he starts verifying this proper user text content immediately. But our application takes 20 seconds to display this proper user content. Right? So what will happen here? He will immediately go to verify the text content. He will not find it. He will say that this test has failed. But actually, after 20 seconds, this proper user does come there and actually the test passes, right? So we get some wrong results here. So if you go and see this, so let me go and execute this. So let me go and execute this test here and just watch very closely how it works, right? So I'm going to go and click on start here. You can see that it has opened up my test controller, my test runner. There it goes. It opens up my Google Chrome, starts my testing, puts the username, puts the password, starts validating, starts asserting, finishes, does not wait even for any time. And you can see that we get an error here saying, I'm not able to locate the element. Definitely you will not be able to locate the element because the element comes after 20 seconds, right? So how do we make this verified text content wait for 20 seconds? Now, in order to achieve the wait, right, Telerik Test Studio has given two things here. One is we have a wait and the other one is we have a timeout. So what we can do here is, now we know that we want to actually go and wait until this proper user text comes on the screen, right? And we want to wait actually on this assertion step here. So click on this step here and you can see there are two properties here, wait on elements and timeout. So click on wait on elements. So what does this mean? This means that this test step will wait until he gets this proper user text. So until he does not get this proper user text on the screen, this test step will go in a wait mode. But now again, there is a problem here. We cannot go in a wait mode infinitely. For example, for some reason, if this proper user text does not appear on the browser, then this test step will go in an infinite loop, right? Or I'll say in an infinite wait. So what they have given is, they have also given something here called as a timeout. So if you specify this timeout, right, at this moment you can see that my timeout is 30,000 milliseconds. So that is approximately 30 seconds. So what will happen is, in case, the element does not appear in 30 seconds, he will actually stop executing your test case and go ahead with the verification, right? So let us see now if it works or not. So I'm going to go and click on this start here. Let us go and execute our test case. So there our test case is executing. So now what I expect is that when I click on login, okay, when I go and put the username and password, afterwards when I click on login, the test case will wait for the element to exist and afterwards it will do the validation. You can see now he has pressed the login screen, the login button, I'm sorry, and he's waiting until that proper user text comes on the screen. And once the proper user text comes on the screen, he will go ahead with the verification. So you can see now the proper user text comes there, he does the verification, he goes ahead, test case passes, and you can see that everything is in green here. Great, right? Now let us assume that I go and give bad username here and a bad password, so this does not exist actually. So I'm going to go and make this shiv1. Okay, so now what will happen in this case is he will never get the proper user text. Remember our validation says that if it is shiv and shiv, it's proper user or it's a wrong credential, right? So let me go and put shiv1 and shiv1. So what will happen in this case is now, in this case, I will not get this text proper user. Okay, so I'm going to go and click on start here. Let us see what happens. So there it is. But now it will not go in an infinite wait. Why? Because even though the proper user does not come in on the screen, he will wait maximum for 30 seconds, and after 30 seconds he will go out for a timeout, right? So you will see here that it goes. Now it puts shiv1 and shiv1, right? Now after 20 seconds, the application replies back saying this is an improper user or wrong credential, I'll say, and the test case waits more for 20 seconds or 10 seconds more, right? And then times out. Okay, so there it is. You can see this, the test case is still waiting because he has not found the proper user, but he will maximum wait for 10 seconds, right? You can see it is waiting for 10 seconds and nothing happens within that 10 seconds. Closes the test case and says that this test case has failed. Okay, so by using this wait on elements and the timeout, you can achieve the delays and you can achieve the timeouts. So I hope that this scenario was useful. In this scenario, we were trying to understand how to implement wait and timeouts in automation testing. Thank you so much.